Hello, everyone. Welcome on in and happy Monday. We are here again with another part of our pulp noir adventure.
Yeah,
There's currently more pulp than noir.
I'm sorry.
It's completely fine. It's your story too. I just set the premise. Noir is more of a people's general disposition to things. And the fact that none of this is the funny part about this party. The only person in this party who could be remotely argued as to being a hero is the satyr werewolf.
Hello.
Baron disagrees.
I mean, like in the general sense of people's thinking.
Or you mean whatever the players may be thinking, because Craren vehemently disagrees with your judgment here.
But
because I understand what me as a player, I understand perfectly what you're saying, but Craren disagrees wildly.
Yes. So I meant from like a
okay
general
with being an anti-hero.
Oren is remotely helpful because he kind of has to. But that's a whole other backstory reason that we might get into at some point. But quick thing, because we've been rambling a lot. I've been rambling a lot. Not gonna blame you guys. Music you're listening to right now is by Aaron Kenny. You can find him over at this music over at the YouTube library of royalty-free songs. The music and sound effects during the game will be by Sirenscape. The overlay starting soon screen, map, and character stat thing was made by me in Incarnate. All character art was made by Nat, who you can find over at his YouTube channel or in our Discord, because we have one of them as well.
Shiny, wonderful Nat.
I actually... Nope, I didn't. Where the fuck did I write that? I don't know. I started writing Discord, but they didn't show up, so Lillith beat me to that one as well. If you want to catch up with this campaign or any other TTRPG or D&D related stuff that I've done, including a playthrough of Skyrim, you can check it out the YouTube channel.
Woo-hoo.
And 15 stream streak, Tony. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
I'm just usually not awake for 8 coins, unfortunately.
Yeah. And last but not least, oh yeah, the chest whistle was made by Pointy Hat. You can check his stuff out over on YouTube as well, somewhere there. Just look up Pointy Hat. I take a lot of inspiration from his stuff. Most recently, how to make demons fun in D&D.
Very relevant to this campaign.
Yes.
Seemingly so.
Oh no, the loyalty program, Tony, is being able to summon a boss on top of a campaign somewhere.
Oh, we've got to do that on 8 coins this week, haven't we?
Yes.
Sugar.
I'm halfway there.
Tony summoned in a Hecaton Terris on the 8 coins crew, and I've been modifying it. I looked at the stat block I found in the book, and I went, this sounds a little bit squish. Let's make it better.
Oh no.
Oh no, please tell me it hasn't been Andied as well.
No. This one is all me.
Change. Normally it's one of those, I have this thing. And I want to do this thing. How about if you do this? But that's really interesting.
Oh, for those who have no idea what being Andied means, it usually means that he gives me a good idea of making encounters more deadly. And I just run with it, and my players go, "What the fuck is happening?" And since he's playing in this campaign, none of the encounters have been Andied,
Yes.
including the Rakshasas.
No. Yes, they have.
Oh, they have?
But
Oh,
no,
before you
yes,
started.
there's a lot of things that has been pre-planned since way before the campaign actually started.
Yes, some of the major encounters.
Yeah.
But you've skipped like 3 of them, so...
That's a different story.
Yes, true. Some of the encounters have been Andied. The Rakshasa one was all me. Nat, can you pick one spot to sit in?
Sorry, I'm eating.
No, don't worry about it. It's more like you keep shifting position on the camera so people can sometimes see you, sometimes not. Anyway,
Okay, hang on, let me get stream up and I can.
You've got to roll off screen again like you did last time.
Oh, what was it? The overthrowing it back.
yes,
Yes.
one-shot questers. All right, so quick introductions, then we can get started. Andy, who are you playing?
I'm Andy, and today I will be portraying Craren, the slightly special. He thinks to himself, illusionist wizard, Craren, and ancient Egypt lasted so long that ancient Egyptian archaeology was a career in ancient Egypt. Also, sub-fact, not necessarily related, other than that it's me saying that. In 1985, a Serbian farmer stuck a beer bottle up his ass, broadside first, and this sparked a chain of events that eventually led to the collapse of Yugoslavia.
I have concerns.
I'm now googling Serbian farmer and beer bottle.
My brain is trying to figure out how that works, and it's flatlining
On the
about...
1st of May 1985, a 56-year-old resident of Kosovar town of Gilan arrived at the hospital with a broken bottle wedged in his rectum. He claimed that he had been attacked by 2 Albanian men while they were working in his field. After being interrogated by the Yugoslav People's Army, Martinovic reportedly admitted that his injuries had been self-inflicted in a botched attempt at masturbation. Public investigations reported that the prosecutor made a written conclusion from which it appeared that the wounded performed an act of self-satisfaction in his field, that he put an empty glass bottle of sparkling water on a wooden stick and stuck it in the ground, after which he sat on the bottle and enjoyed, end quote.
Alrighty then.
I have
all the
Those
concerns, and
three
also
concerns.
don't do that. If you want to do something like that, there are specialty shops that sell items made for this purpose. Use them.
Maybe not as prevalent in 1985, but here you go.
No, they were ancient.
There are ancient stuff made
Yeah.
out of stone that still exists.
Yes, but not as readily available in stores.
I mean, fair.
He could have just squatted in a cucumber field. That's all we're saying.
If you're gonna use glass, use glass that is purpose made for that specific purpose. Moving on. This is not sex ed.
Yeah.
This is Eberron. Lillith.
Those were too much facts for me.
Oh no. Carnis, you broke Lillith.
I mean, I have a fun trivia thing that if it gets to me and no one says it,
Oh yeah, right. Hi, I'm Lilith, or Lily, or Lils, or whatever you want to call me these days. I'm playing Flo Bleakwood, the first bark of this party that accidentally noms. And the only fact I know about Egypt is that I know from school that the Statue of Liberty was actually supposed to be there somewhere.
Oh no.
I don't know where. I just know it was supposed to be there.
I mean, there are several statues of liberty, so that makes sense.
No, the original Statue of Liberty was supposed to be there.
Ah, that makes sense, actually. Terris.
Hi, I am not giving an Egypt fact. I will give a llama fact in a moment. I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. Today I have been playing. Today I will be playing Oren Weaver, the albino drow bard. And did you know that when two llamas dislike each other, they will stick their tongues out to show their displeasure?
Almost like humans.
Mleh,
Mleh.
mleh.
Jason! I mean, we could probably do that at some point. But not today. Psycole.
Hi, I'm Psycole, and I am playing Remus Doldorn, one of the Kalishtar twins and resident barbarian. And did you know humans and bonobo chimps are the only two mammals to enjoy sex face to face?
Okay. I did
Unlike
not.
unlike other animals who begrudgingly tolerate it.
No, as in like they're the only two species that will do it face to face. Everyone else does it doggy style
From behind.
from behind. The only reason why I saw that is randomly, and this is how bad it is. A video clip came up on one of my feeds today of someone asking that question in a class on a TV show, and the professor explained why men may enjoy doing it doggy style as a result of an animalistic need from our past.
I mean,
Ah.
I'm not going to go in and explain how giraffes do it. We're just going to move on to Nat.
Or camels. In
Like
fact, and
so, like
llamas.
most Norwegian, apparently. Sorry, Norway.
I have concerns.
Hello, I'm Nathan. I play Romulus Doldorn, the other Kalashtar, who is a Hexblade Warlock, and I have facts. More than one.
Ooh,
Yes.
plural.
Cleopatra
Please don't
fact.
break my brain.
Don't worry. Hopefully not. Cleopatra lived closer to the time of the founding of McDonald's than the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Knew that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
fact number one. Fact number two. I'm just random Google this. Bear with me. Llamas have 3 stomachs.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. I believe this is a sex factor warning. Dolphins are one of the only other animals in the animal kingdom, apart from humans, that have sex for pleasure-related purposes. I might be. Don't quote me.
One
No,
of
that is true, but they will also harass tourists for sex.
That is also true. And Statue of Liberty fact. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty was originally what was it? It was originally a kind of copper color, but over time, obviously, as copper gets weathered by the elements, it turns a green color to the green that we know and see today.
Cat.
Huh.
And hi, I am Ardana, or Joe, or you there, since Lillith is here. I'm the GM and channel runner around these parts, and I'm very kind of surprised that no one took my fact. It is an Egypt fact. It's about Queen Cleopatra, sort of related. Queen Cleopatra is largely considered one of the most intelligent women of the ancient world. She was also the product of 16 generations of inbreeding.
Huh.
Keep it in
And
the family.
yes, and Ptolemaeus the First was called Philadelphos as a insult, because Philadelphos means lover of brother, and that was not okay in the Greek world. Which is weird. It should be Philadelphia, but it's not.
But it's the OS at the end that, in this context, that makes it male.
Yeah, Philadelphos is lover of brother. Philadelphia would be lover of sister. Which is, I find hysterical, because Philadelphia, the city, is called the city of brotherly love. It's like, no.
And it's cheese.
Yes.
Does that mean you're eating your brother whenever you're eating cheese?
I mean, or it means that, or it has really disturbing implications.
Yes.
Good, yeah.
It's also
is
called
probably-
Philadelphia cream as well.
Let's.
yeah.
Oh god.
Moving on. Anyone want to
Works
give
well
us?
with crackers.
That's
I have concerns.
Remember, everybody, this stream is marked 18 plus for a reason, and we often personify that reason within the first 20 minutes of this particular stream every week.
This stream is marked
Because
mature, because we are not.
children with drinking permits.
Yes.
I need a drink.
Yes. What's in your GP cup?
I don't have a sippy
It
cup
is
or
4
alcohol.
a.m. I do not have the sippy cup or alcohol right now. I am too tired.
All right. Anyone would give us a recap of what happened last time? Unfortunately, our resident recapper was not here last time.
A
Things
series of
happen.
unfortunate events.
Yes.
They started a fight. We didn't. We promise.
I believe I've written some notes on this, so
Yep.
I can provide. Okay, so we were all woken up by Carnis, and battle ensued. Flo turned into wolf form and got quite heavily damaged. Romulus sliced the guy really badly. Felt really badass doing that as well. So turns out the people, like these merchants, quote unquote, were a trap for us, because I believe they were after Flo, because they were Silver Flame. This is a really disjointed recap, so bear with me. So yeah, so it turns out they were part of the Silver Flame, and God, this is going downhill real quickly. I hate looking at my own notes.
Oh no.
Okay, so other big thing. Flo discovered or realized that Romulus has lycanthropy, because he was complaining about the smell of blood being quite a lot stronger. They would take it. She took him into a bush where they had the conversation. Oren and Karen were having
conversation.
another conversation as well. And then we revealed to the group that I also have lycanthropy, and that it will probably be a good idea to make it a high priority to find Flo's teacher, so that he can help me kind of control lycanthropy. Then we head to the cave, in which we were given directions to, where there were 3 Silver Flame people lying in wait, and Flo managed to convince them that members of their own were werewolves, and we dispatched with them, and now we are going into the cave to talk with their boss. and most likely conflict will ensue.
And I
My
might have
advice.
accidentally shot someone in the knee.
Accidentally,
Yes.
right.
I'm
Yes.
not good at reciting.
Accidentally with a nat 20.
Yes. Total an accident. I feel, that most of the session was the combat, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a pretty decent recap. You can
You
have a point
forgot
of...
to tell that I let one live and he left.
You did,
I was the
and he
bigger
ran away.
person.
Sorry, you were the better person.
Yes, or the better dog. I was a good dog.
You were a good dog.
Yes.
Buddhist Papa.
I am not addressing
Does
that.
that mean does that mean she get a treat?
Treat?
Yes.
Yes. But yes, you can have a point of inspiration for that one. If you already have inspiration, you can bounce it to someone else.
I will bounce it to whoever fancies some inspiration. That
Gimme,
could be a treat.
Why
Okay, I'll
did the
give that to
music
Violet.
just decide to not? Oh well.
love
No, this
music.
time it
Ah.
wasn't Sirenscape being weird. It was VLC who just noped out of everything.
No, I fixed it.
But yes,
Oh,
with
Get
that,
in the game.
if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started. Where did I put my notes? There they are. I got distracted by the void. Hi, void.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
It's a void.
She's spinning herself into a smaller and smaller ball in my arms. It's like, you can't get any smaller. A little black hole. That sounds
I
like
have
that.
2 of those. They're beautiful.
Yes.
I love black cats.
Pops
Mine are
happen
twins.
and she appears in the bathroom.
You should name one Korshak, Terris. All right.
No, it's Callie and Atraxis Demon's Bane.
Yes, but if you get another one, you should name it Korshak.
Maybe.
Then you can have both Carlos and Korshak. Both
Probably
of Cecil's pets.
But... yes, I do have perfect Carlos with his perfect hair and perfect face.
For those who are wondering, that's a Welcome to Night Vale reference. All right. Again, if we are as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get this show on the road.
I am ready.
Can you hear him? Okay.
No, I need to turn down Sirenscape though. That is loud.
My cat is throwing me off right now. He's meowing so loudly right next to me. Hi.
Is he hungry?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been complaining for about 2 hours now.
yeah, it's been complaining for 2 hours, and it's now only 1 hour left until num num times.
Yes. Okay. More blood spilled on the ground. You can just barely smell it, Romulus, but it is there. Crimson soaking into leather, along with the adrenaline caused by pain. The hairs at the back of your neck is prickling as you're being watched. The group around you don't really seem to understand why you're here, even though you've stated a purpose that they, of the people you can see, seem to have bought. But they don't seem to have realized that you are not just a group of odd adventurers. You can feel a bit of stress as you can sense the clock is ticking down. There's less than a fortnight until the full moon. Traded one curse for another. Lunette is gone. You know your brother can breathe flames now. The world is changing rapidly around you. A dragon and a wolf. Both brothers from seemingly far off fallen kingdom. Orphans set out to path a railroad at the behest of some strange lord of some kind, but now pulled into whatever this thing is. The hags that rule this nation may hold answers, but first, you have to survive this cave. 3 people seem blocking your path. Their hackles raised, and from somewhere deep within the caves you can hear panting of large dogs as you stand at the mouth of this cavern. What do you do?
I take a deep breath, steady my nerves, knowing a lot has been going on, a lot of things have come to light, and a lot of questions have yet to be answered. I turn around to the others, wary of everyone else, of the Silver Flame people around me, and calmly I say, "Shall we?"
Of course.
Oh,
Don't say why not.
Remus? And Bromless?
Hello.
Flo will take out one of the cloaks that is on Elam. It's just a normal cloak. Don't forget your cloak.
Wonderful.
It stinks.
Perfect. I love this smell. Thank you.
And you can see her like staring at you, like she's asking you to kind of take contact.
I will seek to put the cloak on. If we're all ready, shall we?
No time like the present.
All good? All ready?
And Flo will just make sure that her hoodie is like a little further down so her ears doesn't show as much.
I give a subtle nod to Flo, and in we go.
The wounded of the bandits, the one with currently a crossbow bolt sticking out of his knee, is being gently half dragged, half carried. You know that hobbling, like someone leaning over your shoulders, into the cave, and you see these 2 follow the tiny creek, while the third one seems to stay behind. Scout, holding up his friend, looks towards you, Romulus, as you're seemingly the first one in, and just hooks his thumb and just, in that way. And as you turn to your right, you see a staircase with 3 wooden stairs leading up, and a man sitting on a rock, seemingly just playing with a dagger just back and forth in his hand. And then turning your head just slightly, you see 3 massive dogs, like mastiffs, but on the largest size of mastiff you can get, just sitting there. 2 of them are laying down, the third one is sitting up, and their focus is on you, but they don't seem hostile or like ready for anything. They just seem curious.
They just seem big.
They just seem very big. And beyond the it's kind of hard to see beyond the dogs because the stairs leading up you don't really have, but it looks like there is some form of rock slide just beyond them that have been cleared, so there are tiny steps leading up.
Wow. Good doggies.
Yeah.
As I pass the guard with the knife, do I
Yeah.
say to him, do these guys have names?
Oh, that one, and he points to this one.
Mhm.
That's Roscoe.
Roscoe.
The one right in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
that's Lyra.
Lyra.
And the pup in the back, that's Neil. Because he won't do that for me.
Neil, I love it. Is he a temperamental one?
No, he's just dumb.
Nah. Special. Wonderful.
I mean, I tried to make him sit by saying Neil, and he thought it was his name, so now that's all he's listened to.
He could be deaf. You never know.
No, he understands when I call
Oh, does he?
for food.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's just,
Oh,
it's just
he
dumb.
knows the word for food.
Yeah.
Ah, I get you.
And as he says the word food, you see Neil in the back just,
Great.
Oh.
Love it.
Oren is immediately from where he is going to throw a treat to Neil.
Yeah, you see Lyra just look at the treat, following with her gaze. Neil does the same, then looks to Lyra, and then as she just turns her head away, he just dives for it. It's
And
very clear
so is-
who's in charge.
Yeah, so as nobody is left out, he will also throw treats to the other two doggos.
Yep. So this one is Roscoe, you have Lyra, and you have Neil.
That's sweet. Right. I continue through the cave.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Craren, Remus, and Flo.
Yes.
What are you doing? These two
People
are
are
just
normal.
gonna move further in, hobbling all the way.
Where are we going?
The other two are going up this stairs, and that's like the stairs to the right, and that's where the guy indicated that you should be going.
I'm going to assume that I'm just following suit because it's like, hi, we're in a place where people would normally want to stabulate other people, and Craren isn't necessarily into the stabulation game
Oh, really?
when he's on the
Keep that in
receiving end.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
What's a little stabulation between friends?
The friendly stabbings, they are good. They really are, Oren. I will admit.
Oh dear. My yarn is
Wait,
so tangled. And I
Wait,
don't know
do you
why.
guys not have friendly stabbings?
I mean,
You're sorely missing out.
There are never friendly stabbings in prisons.
that's unfortunate.
All right.
You should look into it.
Remus, you look like you're about to head somewhere else.
I'm contemplating following the mildly injured fellow. But I'm waiting to see what Flo does.
Flo was actually she was thinking about getting back her crossbow. She's gonna be like, I'm very sorry for hurting you, mister, but I don't have that many crossbows. I'm really sorry. I'm a little bit jumpy after the werewolves.
Oh. Oh, you can have that back once we get it out of my knee.
Oh, is it this guy?
Yeah.
get it out quite easily.
We
and
have
fast.
we have a doctor.
Oh, okay.
So, I
Um,
mean, you're talking to the boss. Well, I'll send someone over with the crossbow bolt when I get it out of my knee.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. Again, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You're a good shot, but you're fine.
And she will just... It will seem like she's taking like a deep breath, being like, oh, thank goodness. But she will basically sniff the whole air as she does it.
All right, give me a perception check based on scent.
Advantage. Perception. Not persuasion. Oof.
There are a lot of smells in here. You smell like the blood from his wounds. You can smell people who are in desperate need of a bath, leather armor that is in desperate need of a clean, stagnant
Wow.
water, something kind of like a little bit off. I have a hard time explaining it. You know that smell you can get from shed snakeskin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wet dog.
Like, kind of a musky.
Yes. You have wet dog. And
So just a lot
there are a
like,
lot
scent
of
everywhere.
scents everywhere. You have a hard time picking out, like, you know the ones you recognize, your party members, those ones are pretty easy for you to pick out, but everything else is just a jumbled mess of smells.
Okay.
Um,
Well, thank goodness that I didn't really hurt you that bad.
Yes, Remus?
I was going to say, seeing Flo take that deep breath and understanding what she is probably attempting to do, he will mentally connect with her. And he'll go, Flo, I know you don't like it when I do this, but if you don't mind, I'm going to stay connected. And if you catch a scent of something of your mentor, just give me a nudge so I know what way we need to start fighting.
She will look at him like she's kind of like, when you look at someone you know and you're like, she will make it a little bit of a scene, being like, I'm really glad I didn't hurt anyone saying that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But she will talk mentally to Remus.
Mhm.
And she will be like, just make sure that your brother stays safe, because these people have silver and he hasn't touched silver yet. He's gonna realize how much it hurts.
Great. One more thing to worry about for my little brother.
And she will start heading back, but also say mentally as she's walking, there's a little bit too many scents here though. Wet dogs, musky smells. Some of these people really need a bath.
Well, there's a convenient stream that we can drown them in later.
And she will just pass the doggies carefully.
Yeah. They seem to sniff the air slightly, and Roscoe is following you with his gaze, which makes the guy on watch do the same flow, but then he just takes in your whole ensemble and just basically shrugs it off.
I mean, she is covered in blood still. She still has a lot of blood, and
Yeah.
you just gotta know that she fucking killed werewolves.
Yeah, you're covered in blood, but also like your hood makes it look like you have horns, and the way the way you move is because satyr legs are not like human legs. They are bent in a different way, so you move slightly different. So you see
Yeah,
like this
And the
calculating.
prints are still looking like hooves because of her shoes. Oh my god.
So you see this calculating look, and then he just shrugs a little as if, oh, satyr, meh, down boy.
It's a cheap. Don't eat it.
Basically, it's like, it's just a satyr. This whole group is weird. All right. Romulus, as you get up, it's kind of hard to walk up this slope, even though you see that they've made an effort to make it into stairs. The rocks slide under your feet. If you put too much weight on one foot or the other, the rock starts to slide a bit. You can also see clearly, like, if you make too much of a noise here, more rocks are probably gonna come tumbling down. You come up to what looks like a main storage and sleeping area. Let's see. I'm gonna move so people watching the stream can see what you guys see. Nope, that didn't help. There we go. And you see it lit up by... Why didn't I put a fire there? It's supposed to be a fire there. Yeah, okay. And you see what looks like stacks upon stacks upon stacks of crates and barrels and baskets, and but only one bedroll in this large cave.
Do you think that these are sons of basket weavers?
Perhaps. In the room, however, you see another one of those really big mastiff hounds. Two white clad in white leather armor, but in like really simple linen clothing underneath. Like a hooded cloak, and just dressed like the rest of the group. For lack of they're not bandits, but they're pretending to be bandits, wearing tattered white leather armor, flanking an older gentleman, maybe in his mid-50s, sitting on a rickety old wooden chair across from the fireplace. Short cropped white hair held back in a short tie. And from this moment you set foot in this room, he has not let you go with his gaze. He's keeping an eye, and then just briefly flickers as more people come into the room. He has like piercing dark brown eyes, kind of nondescript face, but set in a way that immediately tells you this guy is used to have getting his will done. But again, dressed like any form of bandit chief. My cat is losing his mind.
I can hear that.
The other two individuals in this room are sitting on barrels that have been flipped to be like flipped on the shorter side. And he's the man in the center. One of the the top one here is female, looking like half elf looking woman. This is a human woman, and the old guy is human looking.
Hmm.
And he seems to be waiting. You can see from time to time, like, his eyes flicker. First to the slope you came up, and then further in, you see a much longer wooden staircase leading into the darkness beyond. And eventually he'll stand up from the chair, stretch a little, and step forward towards the fireplace. And I couldn't help but overhear that you were wishing to see me. Something about servants of the pure flame turning werewolf.
Something like that.
Well, bring all your companions in. I hate to repeat myself. Make space so they can get in.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Come now, last one. I can hear you. There we go. Now, what was this? First you find out that... servants of the Silver Flame are turning cursed ones, and then you bring it here. Apparently knowing that our bandit ruse has been shattered.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was just an unfortunate series of events, honestly.
Indeed. Now, do you wish for any form of reward for this? Or how can I help you? Flo, give me a perception check based on sight.
So no advantage there. Perception.
You need to beat an 8. Well, yeah. you're
22.
Yeah. As the man is talking and walking forwards, on the chair, you spot something. A dark, deeply dark blue cloak lined in gold, hanging from the chair. And
I recognize that.
yes, you recognize it immediately. And as soon as you see that, your eyes flicker over slightly. And so the cloak hangs from here. On this box sits a black leather mask, also with gold trim, that you also recognize.
Is it my mentors?
Yes, both of them.
Huh.
And she's still linked with Remus, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You can basically hear in her brain that just growling, like an inner beast is trying to get out.
I take it something in this room belongs to your mentor.
You see that mask? That cloak?
Mm-hmm.
They're his. I know it.
Give me 1 second. And he kind of disconnects from Flo and then connects to each of them to effectively communicate that the equipment, that the mask and the cloak is definitely of Flo's mentor. And then he'll reconnect with Flo and
Good to know.
just explain. Everyone is now also aware.
Wait, you haven't quite gotten around to this, multi-part phone call business.
No, I can't conference call, unfortunately. I can't
Yeah.
do not have that feature.
It's an upgrade.
No. Is it? I think it's the psionic sorcerer has the ability to connect with multiple people based on their proficiency bonus. I think it is, which would be
Yeah, I
really
think it's a many to one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sorcerer and also the
great old one, Lord Warlock, I think.
and the soul knife rogue.
Anyway, sorry. Individual dial-up connections happen here in this instance. There's no broadband networking going on here.
Nope.
Point to point.
It's still better than nothing.
It
Also
really
line
is.
of sight, which is really annoying.
Yes. All right. You see, the old man rests one hand on top of the dog's head, scratching it a little bit, and just. You are an eclectic bunch of adventurers, striding into, for lack of a better word, a home. Bringing strange tidings.
Outside. But we're all honest folks here, you and us. And, we thought that it was, only fair that you knew that, there was deception amongst your ranks.
He's gonna.
Especially since we get rid of all the monsters.
See, he takes a step towards Oren as you speak up, Flo, and he turns slowly towards you. Not in any menacing way, but Oren, you're standing that close, you can see something ticking over in his mind, he's trying to process something. And yes. Silver Flame demands that we make the world a safer place for everyone in it. Except those threatening others.
We'll find no threat from us, sir.
I hope so. Though I am still curious how you found us. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We can always use skilled hands in the fight against the darkness.
Well, we are helping set up a railroad, and these silver flame pretenders essentially they were getting some aid from some harpies. You know the harpies?
I am well aware, yes.
And once the harpies left, we thought that we were pretty safe with them. We came over to give aid, basically, and well, it was a pretty sorry state of affairs. Wouldn't have realized they were still banned, only for a few, well, we found some, what would you call it, flow paraphernalia?
Lillith?
I mean, we wouldn't have realized what they were. They used their weapons first,
Yeah.
but then they changed, and they had to drop the weapons.
Interesting. And why would servants of the Silver Flame feel the need to draw weapons on you? You should be completely safe unless you are a threat to
They
this
say
world.
they needed. They say, hurry. They say they needed more people. For the hag. She whispers very innocently.
Yeah, they wanted to turn us into something unnatural.
Because they were planning to come here to turn you.
And then march on one of those hags, yeah.
And that's how we know where you were, because you told us where you were on the cave, and she points the direction he pointed.
Right. Flo, give me a deception check.
Can I bardically inspire Flo?
If you want it known, it's not gonna be quiet.
Then no.
You can give her the help action if you want, because you are technically backing her up.
I will give her the help action, yes.
What is that?
You roll with advantage.
Oh.
It's sexy.
That's a 21.
Hell yeah.
Let me see.
And Oren to do this help action is just, sorry, this probably doesn't make much sense. We're a little bit frazzled after it all, and
Yes, I'm very sorry about shooting your man after that encounter. I am really jumpy.
yeah, poor Flo, she's had a rough couple days.
Understandable. Now, if you want to join our merry band, of course there are a few steps that need to be taken. First of all, you need to renounce the rulers of this land, unnatural beasts as they are. And then, well, we'll have to start small. Once again, the man's eyes trail from Craren to Flo to Remus, and then over to Romulus and Oren, and then from one, and you know that feeling of someone who looks at you just a fraction too long, just that. Not really calculating, but just enough to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah. Right.
That is an Oren sound, not a me sound.
Yes. And then his eyes go back between Romulus and Remus. and for a brief moment and looks over to Flo again. Interesting. He's gonna step over to Flo. You know, this would have been a lot of fun. And I think we can welcome your friends. But someone who hides who they are will never find a place in the silver flame. And he's gonna put his hand on top of Flo's head, right where one of the horns is supposed to be. And he's just closing his hand.
I draw Starple.
I was about to
Hey
say,
now.
Remus is very tense. You can see he's shifted and he's kind of moved his shield into a position that he could easily chuck it between them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
he's
or
not
just-
moving fast. He's not like rapidly grasping or anything, just touching and then grabbing hold where her horn would be.
Yeah, Orange is going to go, hey now, just because she's wearing a cloak doesn't mean she's hiding who she is. She's just sensitive that she wasn't born with horns.
Fair enough. And he's gonna let go. Turn around. His back. Like, he turns his back to the three of you and starts walking back towards the fire pit. So, looks over to you again. What can 2 elves, 2 humans, and a satyr bring to the silver flame?
Is this a rhetorical question?
I'm good with a bow. Again, sorry for hitting your guard in the knee.
You are quite good with a
I'm a-
bow.
I'm a fairly skilled bard. Fairly.
Well, I'm assuming that... Well, you say you are bard.
Yeah.
You are clearly a warrior of some sort. Sellsword, perhaps? Points to Remus.
He shrugs.
You say you're good with a bow. You two are unarmed. And he points to Romulus and to Kraran. So what can you bring?
I like to think I'm pretty good with knives. And I have like 2 daggers. Clearly never used.
Yeah.
2 daggers. I keep
Ah.
them very clean. I'm very cleanly.
Of course, we will have to do a little test as well.
Oh yeah?
You are unknown entities.
Is it
I
not?
don't know anything about all of you. Your skills, where you're from. You showed up at our home uninvited, claiming that part of our truth.
Well,
and I believe
that's
you.
not entirely true, mate.
Oh,
I mean, we were led here to warn you, that's all. You know,
Right.
you're the one trying to recruit us.
this is true.
You know, not
Well-
something we actively asked for.
This is true, and I do thank you for the warning. Now, you are free
Does
to...
anyone here remember Jareth? The king of the goblins, ruler of the labyrinth.
Yeah?
Yes.
Top bloke.
For no particular reason, without saying anything, Carnis is just going to have 3 acid orbs just rolling in his hand. Because just for no particular reason,
All right, that's
And then-
that's a reference.
Yes. And then casually, as being observed, just letting each letting the first two of them just poof out of existence and just leave one ball there. Just holding it because reasons.
Ah,
Because chromatic
magician.
orb juggling is now a thing.
Struggling.
Yes.
The old man is looks over to the group of you and snaps his fingers real quick and just where are my manners? Of course, we have not even been introduced. I am called Declan. And who might you be? I don't need any real names if that bothers you. Just something I can call you by. Real names are preferred, but not necessary. Because I'm not gonna...
I think Oren already said her name out loud, so she's like, I'm Flo. Hi.
Well, we call her Flo. Her name's Florence. Little wing. Well, not actually a wing.
My dad really wanted a boy. So Florence, but I and you can see that she kind of like shrinks a little bit. I mean, my family got my farm got attacked when I was small by beasts, as you might understand what kind of. And I was really lucky. Some travelers found me, and I just ended up traveling. And they taught me how to use the bow.
That's lucky.
Since I'm really not that good with swords.
Not many of us are unfortunate enough to have to learn.
And I like being further away from things that can hurt me.
That is a very smart one.
I'm not really big.
But you have a big heart.
Good things come in small packages.
How about our elves?
Yes.
Any name works. Real ones are preferable, but not necessary.
Well, I'm Oren Weaver. My family were craftsmen of the from my surname, weaving variety. I do a bit of cooking, a bit of knitting and crochet, yarn crafts mostly, but I can sew, I can mend things, that kind of thing. I'm not your biggest fighter, but I can viciously mock till the cows come home if you need it, I guess.
Wait, Oren, your cows come home?
Generally.
Huh. Fascinating.
Yours don't?
Different story. Never been the whole farm thing. It's normally cows run away, and then it's like, yeah. I just always figured this, but yeah, the wild cows doing wild cow things, and then you mentioned.
Nah, mate. They come home when they want milked or feeding.
Oh, you meant right.
Yeah.
the entire group can see by now that there is like an eyebrow that's starting to twitch in this old guy's face as Oren and Cryon are just talking back and forth. And eventually there is a sigh, just...
Sorry.
Does this always take so long for you all to introduce your group?
We normally don't introduce our group in this formal setting.
Yeah,
Right.
this is a bit new to us. Sorry, we're pretty simple folks. We're just trying to... Well, we were just trying to, go along and build this railroad.
Bringing communications to remote parts of the land is a central point in our journey.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the mercenary is for protection? And he points to
They are
Remus
part-
again.
Something like that. I mean,
I mean,
we wouldn't be without him.
I wouldn't go as far as just as calling Remus over here being a mercenary. Not at all. He's quite beloved member of this rather Brady group of people here. But yes, entrepreneurial side of things, you might call this our endeavor.
Yeah,
So Remus.
I like that. Entrepreneurial. Huh.
Remus it is then. Elf, you still haven't given me your name. And judging by the magic, I'm going to say some form of caster.
That is very astute of you.
I haven't lived this long without being observant.
Well, that's good.
Well, if you won't give me a name, I'll just refer to you as Blackhair.
I mean, Craren, if you must.
Thank you. And finally, human brother number 2.
Romulus.
Interesting. Well, I again forgot my manners. Of course, you deserve a reward for bringing this information to our attention and dealing with an internal problem for us. And the woman who is sitting or standing next to this chest hands a pouch to the old man, and he throws it in, like, not hard, just toss it over towards, in the general direction of Flo and Romulus. Seeing as you're standing in the middle of a 4-person lineup, he's just in that general direction. And you can hear it clinking slightly as it
We
flies
also do
in.
a cappella. Barbershop, if you wish.
Barbershop quintet.
Oh no.
Any of you going to catch it, or are you going to let it fall to the ground?
Oren makes no move to try and catch it because he's not the one it's being thrown at.
You can see like Flo doing the scaredy cat thing, holding on to the
Are you
poor
Are
thing
you
close to
casually
him.
hissing at it as well?
No, she's not hissing at it.
I will try my best to catch.
Okay. It's not thrown hard, so you basically watch it and catch it in your hand. It's a rather hefty coin pouch, and it clinks slightly as you twist it.
Nice.
I'd say it's about, like, it can rest comfortably in your hand, and it's about half full.
shiny.
Because of the tense situation, I'm really apprehensive to say anything.
Wimp.
um, yeah, Remus will say, "Do you mind if I pet your dog?"
Oh, go for it.
Cool. And he'll walk into the room for Handcommon. He's basically wanting to kind of have an excuse to walk around a little bit.
All right.
See what else is in the room and see whether or not you can see into the other rooms and to see, kind of like do a full assessment of
Okay.
who gets to be hit first and what angle more people are likely to come from.
Declan looks over to you and then holds a hand up to the dog and just, Sasha, calm. And as you walk
Sure.
past, you can see down the stairs. It's a pretty long wooden staircase, and at the bottom, it's a little hard to see, but it looks like a shimmer of not stagnant, but still water at the bottom, guarded by two more of the bandits. They're dressed like bandits. The two more of the servants of the Silver Flame. And you can also like see movement that indicates there is another dog down there.
Okay. I then say, I have a little bit of magic of my own. Do you mind if I try it with your animals?
Will it hurt them?
Nope.
Then go for it.
Cool. He'll start the 10 minutes. It's going to take him to ritually cast speak with animals.
All right.
And
You
he'll,
So,
and he'll mentally connect to Oren and go, stall it for 10 minutes.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. What's with all the dogs? Yeah, so he's just stalling them. Just so, what's with all the dogs?
Dogs are fantastic creatures.
I mean, I don't doubt it, but you've got so many. Do they serve a greater purpose here?
Everyone who lives in these caves serve a greater purpose. They are here to guard, to keep us company, to keep warmth, help us hunt.
Oh yeah.
They are excellent at rooting out monsters.
That's fair. I have this special bag that lets me pull 3 companions out of it every morning.
That is very convenient.
Right
So-
now, outside there's 2 apes and an axe beak waiting for me.
Ah, that explains the sounds I heard.
Yeah.
Yes. I did not bring them in, but you can if you need to, Oren.
Oh no, it's fine.
You see, sounds echo in these caverns, but
bet.
sometimes the sounds get distorted.
Oh, that's fair. How far out
At
can
my
you hear?
brain. I will be right back.
Sorry.
Cat is getting fed.
How
Yes,
far
sorry.
out can you hear with those sounds?
I'd say next cave over is already getting distorted.
Alright. It's not too bad though.
How long have you found yourself in these caves for? You been here for long?
I'd say better part of a month now. Since
Must
yes,
Must have been rough.
been worse.
Hmm.
Been through worse. Not sure if you were old enough to see the middle of this conflict. before the metal men came in.
Can't say I've had much experience with metal men.
Odd creatures. Though it saved a lot of lives when House Carnis brought them in.
War horse and war machine.
Yes, though our war has against the darkness of this world have been going on for much longer than that, especially in this nation. Now,
Excuse me, would you mind if I go check if I can get back my arrow? I don't have that many.
right. I didn't. That's one of the conversations I did not understand because you were too far away. Of course.
Is it that way? And she points very, like, skeptically.
In a general
Amalia
that
can
way
show you.
direction.
And he
But I won't get to see the trick that he's doing.
And she points at Remus.
Declan steeples his hands together and looks at you, Florence. I will not have a stranger walking unattended through my home.
Oh, no. I was more like...
And she, like...
I won't be unattended. There are people right beside the door. And the dogs are there.
True.
And I saw him walk upwards, I believe that way.
And she points in the direction she saw him walk.
I promise I won't walk anywhere scary.
Fine.
I love her.
I will mind link with Flo and ask her if she wants me to kind of come along with her.
And she will be like, I don't think that's a good idea. He's already skeptical and he touched my horn.
Okay. Be safe. We'll get
I
your
will.
nature back.
And she will, like, very carefully walk down the slope.
Yeah.
I'll bring Ely. I'll let
On purpose fall on her ass. So she looks clumsy as fuck.
You see the female half-elf that Declan referred to as Amalia. She walks up behind you and watches you as you slide down towards the dogs, and she just calls out. Declan says she can get her bolt back to this guy down there, and he's all right. Go through.
And she just, like,
These two will have
walks
moved.
carefully, very, like, timidly around.
Yeah. As you turn the corner, you see one of the silver flame servants up on a bridge that seems to span the creek. And you realize that you will have to walk up to the bridge and then turn around up a path that seems to loop through the caves.
So, this way?
There are like really steep steps here, over here, and then you would have to loop around. You have to move in here, and then you can see like just that the path seems to continue.
So she will, like, very clumsily walk up.
Yep. And again, you feel that tingling sensation of being watched the whole time. And if you look around, you can see that the guy on the bridge is just looking at you.
And she will get up, like, really, like, hey, and she will do that excuse to take more sniffs.
Careful, miss. Don't fall down.
I don't have any plans, but you really need to get, like, some rope or something to make this place safe.
Oh, the other way around is safer. And
They're
you're
safer?
Yeah. That path. And he points like behind him.
So this way?
Yeah. So this bridge, like he's sitting on the
Mhm.
bridge. The bridge is maybe 15 feet above you or above the creek.
Okay.
So on the opposite side from where you're at, there's no steps up. But you can see from where you're standing, like the creek continues, and you can see like this little rocky beach that seems to loop up a slope. And you would guess that it like loops around to where the bridge starts.
Excuse me. And she points this way. What's this way? It's is it where the my bolt is, or is it other way? I'm really not sure where I'm going.
Oh, right. No, that's the way. Yeah, that's the way you want to go. Give me a perception check because you're sniffing things.
Sniff, 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 sniff.
Sniff, 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 sniff. No.
22.
All right. You come around and basically do that whole act of being very, very tired. And you start sniffing the air, and you like first you have to filter out all the other smells, and then it hits you that very, very familiar scent of like linen, soap, and that very peculiar feathery scent that Flo's mentor always had.
Which direction?
It seems to continue this way, so around and to the west.
And he wants me to go this way, right?
No, it's the same direction. So it's like the scent and where you're being pointed to, but you also catch a lot of other scents that way. The blood from the wound, like people have been sleeping in this area, and there are a lot of different smells, and you can also hear voices talking, several voices. I'd say with the 22, you realize that it's about 8 people ahead of you.
And she
8
will
or
just
10.
be like, yeah, she will just be like, okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'll try and find. And you can see her being like the skeptical, making herself small again.
Yep.
But thank you for your help.
Careful, miss. It's easy to fall.
Oh, okay, thank you. And she will continue in this and be like, if they hurt him, I'm gonna bite every single person that's here.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, you continue around and you get to another point where there is like another slope up that has been carved to be steps, and like moving. Are you stuck in the wall again?
I'm trying to get out of the wall.
I know. Whoa.
I'm here. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay. You step into what looks like a T intersection, where to your the Flo's left is another rock slide that seems to go down in various steps. The path is almost like you realize that you couldn't have walked up that way, but it's probably an easy way to get down quickly. some minor bumps, scrapes, and bruises, but you can get down that way really fast. To Flo's right, which would be to the west, you see a group of 7 individuals. The guy that you shot is currently being tended to by someone who seems to be wearing cleaner clothes than the rest. He has been wrapped. The bolts seem to have been removed, and he's currently resting. And judging by like a quick survey of the room, he's probably drugged by something, because he seems to look very happy.
And the smell of my mentor is very strong here.
Yes, it is incredibly strong. And following that trail and using that 22, it seems to be coming from like the south of you, around the corner. It's not right where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step into this space, this person, seems to be a young woman who is currently just lounging on a bedroll, looks up at you, jumps to her feet and puts a hand out to stop you and just, who you?
Oh, I'm very sorry. You're and she points back to where she came from, and you can see that she's making herself very small, like the smallest she can make.
Mm-hmm.
Your boss told me to come and maybe get my bolt and tell the guard I'm sorry.
Oh, you're the one who shot Sam. You're a good shot.
I'm very jumpy after werewolf encounters.
I heard
saw
that
something
one.
moving.
That wasn't. You know, we got a were creature too.
Huh? Really?
Oh yeah.
Is it a werewolf?
No, this one sprouted feathers. I've never seen a werewolf do that. But we took him down. He's in the cage.
And you can see her be like a little bit of a puppy eyes, like, I wouldn't bother, but I only seen a werewolf. Could I? Is it okay if I see?
You can watch, but don't go up there. Tristan really doesn't like people going up there.
Well, of course not. It's a were creature. If it bites you,
I know, it's a really bad time.
Mhm.
And she steps aside a little bit. You can see like there's a fireplace just there, so she's kind of sidestepping it to let you in. And the guy that you now learn is named Sev, sees you walk in and just, hey, good shot.
I'm still very sorry.
Don't worry. I can't feel a thing anymore.
What did you give him?
Poppy.
Oh.
He'll be out for a few hours. You see the man who's wearing a lot cleaner clothes than the rest. Yes, Poppy. He'll be out for another half hour. Oh yeah, your bolt. And he stands up and walks over to you and hands over the bolt. It has been cleaned. It's no longer bloodied. And you can see it has been nicked a little bit. Like one of the hooks have been bent a little bit to just be able to get it out of his knee without
Thank
breaking
you so
it.
much. I don't have that many. I usually try to pick them up again. Bolts are expensive.
They really are. Oh yeah. This one. What's your name, little one?
Florence, but you can call me Flo.
Right.
My dad really wanted a son. And you can see her a little bit ashamed.
Now, Flo here really wanted to see the were-raven.
I only seen a werewolf.
And this the human man steps forward at the top of the stairs, arms folded, and just, they're monsters, not attractions.
No, but it helps knowing what they look like.
Oh yeah.
Your boss talked about maybe, and you can see her fiddling with her fingers, maybe recruiting us. And I only seen werewolves, so I thought if I was to become a good shot for you guys, that maybe seeing one and
Right. You can come up the stairs, you stay by the cliffside. Do not approach, you might get bitten.
so where does he want me?
He allows you to basically stand here. So you're allowed up the stairs and then up to this point.
Okay, so she.
Yeah. And from where you're...
So-
Yeah.
So she will basically squint her eyes very, like, because there's not much light in this cave, right?
No, there's not. There's enough so that you can actually see, but like just behind the cages is almost complete darkness where the light doesn't hit anymore. But you can see, like, from where you're standing, you see 3 cages made out of wood, like really thick wooden slats that have been lined, like spiraled by some form of silver-like material. Like each of the what's that called? Bars. Each of the bars have been lined by this material.
What's the lock made out of?
Some form of metal that has that same kind of spiral lining. 2 of the cages are empty. And in the furthest one away, you see a person lying on their side. A long blonde hair in matted braids. And you can't really see the shape, but like a grayish linen shirt. And from how they're curled up, you see the tip of a black leather boot and a slight glint of leather pants or leather trousers.
He doesn't look that scary. I guess. And she tilts her head a little bit.
This one took out 3 before we shot him down.
3?
Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah. Had a lot, like... We didn't think a bird could do that much damage.
And you can see her, like, going on her tippy toes. And she will only, like, take one step to, like, take... You can see her... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look.
Alright.
And she knows the... She has the... I see that she has a little friend here.
Mm-hmm.
And she whispers very quietly to him. Could you make a distraction?
You break him out on your own?
Hmm?
Elos is gonna whisper back to you. You trying to do this on your own?
I'm trying to get him out.
What? Tell the others.
Is she still mind-linked?
Yeah, I think so. Depending on how far it is. How far is your distance?
I believe it's only 60 feet. 10 times your level.
Ugh.
Yeah, 60
right.
feet. Yeah, you're a little bit too far. But I
One of those fancy things with rules. It's like, yes, it's 60 feet. It doesn't care if it's a bedrock between you and whoever it is,
Yeah.
because it's not written that way.
You have to. I think you have to see
Which
them when
makes
you
it really
make
handy.
the link.
Yeah, you have to see them when you make the link, and then.
I
Oh, to use his ability, the creature must be able to see you and must be within range.
Yeah. So you lost the range, Romulus, but you would have realized this. And I think this is a perfect place where we hop back to the others.
Thank you. Before I do something stupid.
Winding back a little bit, I would say that it has been, by the time that Flo gets to the top where the bridge starts, it has been 10 minutes and your spell would have kicked off, Remus.
Excellent. So I will start asking. So I will ask Sasha whether or not her masters are good to her.
Good? Yes, good. Give pets, give treats, gives job.
And you enjoy your job?
Gets a hunt, yes. Something smells funny. I like the smell.
What have you been hunting recently?
Big doggies. And a bird! Big birds, yes.
Is there anything else you would like to hunt at some point?
I never got to pet... big kitties. They say there are big kitties. And big rats. Yes. Master gives treats when we hunt the big rats and the big kitties and the big wolves and the big birds.
And have you ever wanted to hunt Master or others of Master's kind? Would you be up for the challenge?
Why? They give treats. They give food.
I mean, I could give treats and I could give food.
But you're not Master.
No. But wouldn't it be fun to be outside rather than in this cave?
Cave is boring. Are you trying to make Sasha a bad doggy?
No. I'm just asking you whether or not you would prefer to be outside.
I like outside. You can run outside. I like to run. Would you run?
I mean, we could certainly try. I don't know whether or not I could keep up, but we could certainly run outside.
You smell funny. You don't smell like a human.
I've been told I smelled like burnt stuff. Like a fire that's gone out.
A little. Have you been fighting? Have you been hunting?
Of a sort, yes.
I like to hunt. Would you run so I can hunt?
You want me to run so you can hunt me?
Yes. No, that's bad. I just like to just run and pounce. Pouncing is fun. But then they stop running. Why do they stop running?
Probably.
Remus would have. I think Remus would have heard Flo saying that she's gonna take Romulus hunting.
Probably because they are dead or they've been caught.
Oh. I didn't like the big bird.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You broke up a bit.
I didn't like the big bird.
Why didn't you like the big bird?
Big bird killed my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. But
Barry was good friend. Barry hunted the big bird. Big bird killed him.
how many others of you have died hunting for this master of yours?
1, 2. I know 3 with Barry.
And do you think it's your turn soon?
No, Sasha, good girl. Sasha hunts good.
Why don't we see if you are really that good?
Okay. What do you want me
Why
to
don't we
hunt?
go outside right now?
Outside? We're going outside? I want to go outside. Let's go hunt. Let's go run.
I'm effectively attempting to get her to not be a good girl and go outside and start hunting something.
All right. But does Master say it's okay to go outside? We want to go outside.
Why don't we just go outside anyway?
Can we do
I will
that?
give you a treat instead of Master if you go outside.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh god.
You say that and her eyes light up like, treat? Okay.
And why don't you see if you can get the others to go with you?
You have treats for
All of you
everyone?
I've got more than enough treats for all of you. Why don't you all go off hunting together?
Do you think there are rabbits outside? I like hunting rabbits.
Rabbits are always good. My friend likes it when he gets to kill rabbits and make them use them for breakfast and cook them and make treats out of them.
You cooked them? Never had cooked rabbit. Okay, we go outside now.
Yes, go now and take your other friends with you. The 3 that was sat outside.
She takes 2 steps towards Declan, looks at you, looks at him, and just takes off running. Just bolting through here. And I'm actually going to do this.
Wow, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
This is a moment of, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
Ah!
oh my god, oh my god.
So this really big dog, like
Yes.
really big, bolts past, like just barely skirts the fire pit, knocks Declan into these baskets right here, and it like he doesn't manage to save, just goes barreling into the basket. And then Remus, well, all of you hear a like jipping sound and growling and just barking. Remus, you catch snippets of it, like, go outside, the new one is gonna give us treats if we catch a rabbit. It takes like a few barks back and forth, and then the sounds just vanish. And you hear a slew of dogs, get back here! As the guard by the door is sort of running after them, trying to catch them.
Seeing the priest having fallen into the baskets, I'd like to kind of step around and offer my hand to help him up.
I was just about to do the same thing.
So you have effectively gotten rid of 4 dogs and 1 of the bandits.
Now for the second stage of this this event.
All right.
Yeah, so he'll stand up and offer his hand to say, I'm sorry about that. I may have got them slightly excited about the idea of some rabbits outside.
You could have just said hunting.
Yeah. Also, by the way, the DC for that persuasion check was 18.
Oh.
Because, like Jason put, a good dog will never leave its master for a random stranger.
That is very true.
That
So,
is.
yeah.
I did not want to slay any dogs today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second stage of the thing.
Yes, so he offers his hand out to kind of help him up and just to say, ever so sorry, that kind of got slightly out of hand when I was talking to your dog.
Well, I guess your first task is to catch the damn mutts again.
I'm sure that could be arranged. Let me help you up.
Sure. He extends a hand towards you.
And what I do is I grab him by his forearm instead,
Okay.
and I kind of yank him up slightly too fast. Almost
Alright.
like I don't know my own strength.
Okay.
And then, mildly sorry about this, I then grapple and plant him into the fire behind us instead.
All right.
Okay.
Roll me an athletics check. Yeah, no problems. And with that, you just hear a roar of pain as his clothes start catching. And he's going to start pushing up. The two others in the room are gonna start coming in from the roar. And he's going to call out just what would he say? Infiltrators. He's
What? No.
and he's gonna shout to Amalia, the female or the woman half elf, just kill the curse bringer now. And we're gonna roll initiative.
Shit.
I feel like you're judging.
Am I even in this initiative at the moment?
Not right now, no. There it is. I'm going to roll.
Remus has
Oh,
a
holy
thing
shit.
for putting cultists in flames.
Really? That's my okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, that sort of makes sense.
That's my second nat one in a row. Well, almost in a row, because I rolled an 8 for that grapple. I think. No, it was a 9 to get out of that grapple. But yes, it makes sense. He's gonna need to crawl out of fire. And we're gonna put this one and too many step locks. All right. And that one. That one. And... Nope, that's not it. Where is my... There it is. That one. Okay. As he calls that out, Oren, you're up first. Hold on. Oren's up first, and it's a bandit, Doggy, and then Remus.
Right. So Oren, seeing this guy try and get out of the fire, is actually he's first of all gone, what? No, we're not infiltrators, basically.
Yep.
And then he's just, shit, you're gonna try and kill us? All right. And he is going to Eldritch Blast him in the chest.
All right. He, let me see. Oren, you are in melee range, so that would be with disadvantage.
That is fine.
Where's my...
I'm gonna do this on D&D Beyond because I can do disadvantage on there easier.
All right.
Why did that not work? Hang on. I'll just roll twice, it's fine. The first one to hit was an 11.
And 11 does not hit. He just barely
Okay.
managed to just roll out of the way of the first blast.
And the second bolt was a 9, so
Yeah, he
doesn't
basically just
work.
roll. And just you kick up embers and ash as the blasts hit the fireplace.
now is he's still prone, right?
He's still prone, yes.
So I might still take the hit, but I'm going to move over here.
Alright, he is going to... Actually, he's going to try to grab your foot. Like, just knock you off balance, but I don't think that's gonna hit, because... That's a 9... That's a 6, because disadvantage, because he's prone.
I was gonna say jacked priest.
Yeah.
No.
But no, he twists around trying to just grab your foot to knock you up, to trip you, but completely misses.
Yeah, get off me. No, we want your enemies, you know.
Alright, you still have bonus action.
For a bonus action, I will bodically inspire the resident barbarian with a... I guess you better knock his block off.
Already on it.
Alright, Declan is gonna reply, "You weren't, and then you were. I do hope...
That was an accident.
I do hope the Silver Flame has mercy on you, because her servants will not. This bandit is gonna run
Went to the market.
up the stairs, and seeing this thing happening is going to fire the first thing he sees, which is Romulus. With a light crossbow for an 8.
Nope, that's not gonna hit.
You just hear, like, right next to your head. First you hear, like, click, 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 up the stairs, and then ping! As it just ricochets off the stone next to your head, Romulus.
I look at him and be like, what the fuck you do? You crazy? You could have hit me.
That was the point, mate! This dog is going to... Oh, he can actually make it up the stairs. Barely. It's gonna run up here. Actually, the closest one again is Romulus, and he's going to... I have so many things going on here.
Yes.
There we go. That... Oh, come on! That's a 12.
16.
Alright.
I got so worried that because of the 23.
Yes! No, you hear, like, the growling of this dog bounding up the stairs and just trying to clamp around your foot. And basically, like, the bite is there, but it doesn't get through the boot. You just feel this pressure of jaws on your foot. And it looks back at you, like, hackles raised and growling. Remus.
Cool. I am going to rage.
Alright.
Then I am basically going to almost walk into the fire so that I can be like 1 foot planted down on top of the priest to keep him on the flame. Which I know I've just sat on top of him, but I hope that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then I'm just going to take, like, with that 1 foot planted, take a couple of swings with the warhammer
Okay.
into his head.
Okay. Roll your attacks with advantage, because he's prone.
Oh yeah. Crit fish.
Yes.
I assume the 25 hits. And then
25
roll
hits,
again.
yes.
And
24.
24.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
So that is 21 total damage.
Yeah, you swing down and like he barely manages to not get the full brunt of the hammer just crushing his skull, but you can see like those swings did a massive amount of damage. I need to move you so I can put the damage down. And
Sorry.
from the... Actually, I'm gonna do this. From the fire and the bludgeonings, he went from looking confident and completely fine to barely moving.
Cool. I will then call out to I'll basically shout at Romulus, like, get to Flow, claim I've gone crazy, and then get them to come and hit. So I'm trying to instruct you to go and make it sound like I've gone crazy and I'm turning and you're all running away from me.
Little problem with that, brother, and I point to the great big fuck off dog attacking my foot.
It's fine, just do it. I'll deal with the dog.
It's not. It's gonna be ages till your next turn, for God's sake.
So it's bonus action. Yeah, no, that's me done. I'm just gonna stand in the fire, foot pressing down on this priest.
All right.
Yeah.
The second dog is gonna run up. He can just make it here, and like quickly looking around, and he's going to launch for you, Remus. See, where is my? Nope, that's definitely what I want. Not what I wanted to do. There it is. Dirty 20.
Yep.
It's gonna.
Moment.
All right.
It's made an attack roll.
Yes.
He's going to use his last bardic and cutting words that with a no bad dog.
All right. That's minus 1d8, right?
Let me check.
I think so.
I've lost cutting words.
Cutting words is minus your bardic inspiration die.
Yep, that's a 1d8.
All right.
I was just trying to find my what my inspo was at the moment.
Okay. That's an 18 then to hit.
That still hits, I'm afraid.
Fuck, damn it.
Yeah. You hear this dog come bounding up the stairs, launching itself at you, Remus. Oren, you just bad dog. It turns its head slightly towards you, Oren, but still just clamps down on Remus's hand or your arm. 4, 5 piercing damage as it clamps onto your arm, halved to 2 because you're raging, and I need you to make me a strength save. Yeah, no problem. Like, you see this massive dog just bump into you and just...
Aren't you pretty?
And just slobbering, just... This one... She is going to... How far can she get it? She's gonna dash. She's gonna slide down here and...
I'm starving.
Okay. Yep. She's gonna run over here. And you hear a call of, "Kill the bird! Kill the Cursebringer!" echo through the caves. Do you have any bonus actions I can use? Actually, yes. She thought of no, she wouldn't have thought of that. Okay. This guy is going to run up here, slide over this chest, and try to spike you, Oren, with a scimitar attack.
Rude.
That's not gonna hit. That's the 5. He slightly overbalances, and as he swings down, Oren, you just hear a crash as the blade hits the chest next to you, and splinters flying everywhere.
You know, that's not very nice, Hanson.
Well, maybe we can play nice later. When you're in a cage, and I getting paid.
I mean, I'm not opposed, but personal hygiene.
Romulus, you're up, Cryon, you're next.
Oh, do I have to deal with a doggy? No.
If it makes you feel better, I'm going to cast sleep in that area on my next turn.
Thank you. I am going to see about using Misty Step
All right.
to get. What's the range?
Yeah, you can also do non-lethal attacks, which is basically your fist going punk.
Is that strength?
Yes. Because it's your
Yeah,
fists are not your packed weapon.
Right. Oh, but yeah. To be honest, that would
That's
make
a
a really
different
cool
type of D&D
monk.
game.
Yes.
Yeah, that would make a really cool like monk.
It would, yes.
You give me ideas now. Anyway.
Hexblade Kensai Monk.
Oof. Don't
That
tempt
could
me.
be
That might
fun.
be a future character. Yeah. Anyway, I am gonna miss
that be a hunk?
Depends on how ripped it is.
Okay, I'm gonna Misty Step to here, getting away from the dog.
Alright. You can miss a step 30 feet, but... so you would be like right in the gravel here?
Yeah. So, yeah. I've still got my movement, right?
Yes, you still got your movement, and you have one... Well, you can't cast any more spells this turn,
No.
because Misty Step is a spell. But yes, you still have your movement.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
And action as well, right? So you can still.
Yes, you
dash.
still have your action. Yeah, you have movement and action.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up here, and for an action, then I am gonna use my longsword to slash this person here. Then.
Alright. You slash... Roll an attack roll.
That's my drink.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit, yes.
And then I'm gonna.
Ooh, nice damage.
Right in the back as well.
You hear, like, you slash up the back, and she hears you running, and barely manages to slide out, so you don't cut. Like, it does the damage you expect, but you don't cut, like, into her spine. Trying to keep it a little bit realistic, because realistically, if you cut someone in the back with a longsword, their spine is gonna go bye-bye. But you see this, like, long gash along her back. As she spins around to look at you. That same fanatical gleam in her eyes as the others by the camp that you fought earlier.
Here we go again.
You still have some movement left if you want to use it. I will say that the creek is difficult terrain because it's about half calf high. And cold.
Okay, now I'll stay there for now.
Alright, Kryron.
I'm hoping that this cone is visible.
It is.
Good. Because at that point, Kren will take a whole step forward because he needs to. From that point. And
That's a good point, actually. Flo, please get into initiative as you hear that call, and you see the group here getting ready for something.
Okay.
Can I roll Elios into that initiative?
Sure. Yeah, he would also hear it. I'm not gonna roll for every one of these because there are just too many moving parts. All right. Yes, Kren, what are you doing?
so, Kren is going to gesture towards the doggies and the what are they? Bandits? Fanatics?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fanatics. They're dressed like bandits.
Bandatics?
Yes.
That one. Banatics. Yes, that's the word I was
Fanatics,
looking for.
yes.
And just mutter to them, but you really should just leave. And I need all 4 of them to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
As Karen is attempting to cast fear on them.
Nice. Well, this dog fails. Gonna put a little bit of marker on that one. There we go. This dog. That's a 15.
Yeah, that meets. That's a
Okay.
save.
This guy. Where is my bandit? There is my bandit.
No.
That one fails. And
Because it's going to be measured against this, against
He
Kraren's spell
saves.
save DC, right?
yes, no, it's a. The item has a DC of 15, and the second bandit saves with a natural 20.
Yeah.
So one dog and one of the cultists is afraid of you now.
Yes, they must take the dash action to move as far away as possible.
Yep. Right. You still have a bonus action and movement left.
As that is an item, does that count as a spell? Mechanically, the answer is yes.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, because it would be completely game breaking else. What?
Yeah.
Personal opinion.
You still cast a spell, even if it's from an
Yes.
item.
Mhm. Kraren is fine where he is.
All right. This bandit is going to.
This bandit is going home.
It's gonna run around here, dash up here, and the human male is going to. There are too many stat blocks. Next to you, Remus, you see this familiar kind of swirling forming from the ashes. Once again, I don't have an image for it because I don't know why. But come on.
What is it?
Oh yeah, I can actually add that because you gave me an image that didn't work last time. but it should work now.
Oh yeah.
Where did I put it? Where did I put you? I'm holding everyone up. Don't know
You're fine.
why. Oh, I put it in
We've
tokens.
We've given you a lot of work to do.
I mean, that's fair. I'm gonna put that one in there.
We're a busy party.
Busy.
Very busy. That's a big ass image. Okay, we're gonna scale you down about 50 times.
And I don't know if the plan was for us to try and take this whole settlement out, but that's definitely the plan that Remus is going with.
Oh, that's what I was counting on you doing. So, because I know basically what you were going to do.
Remus likes to smack shit.
Yes.
He doesn't like bullies.
So right next to you, Remus, you see this swirling of ash and just bloom out. And then we are gonna do one of these guys. Same spellcasting ability as... Okay, so it's a wisdom. For an 11, it's gonna swing towards you.
That would miss.
Yeah. It forms and basically just swings down and kicks up dust next to your foot. And with a curse, this one is going to run forward and try to stab you. Calm the f on!
So good job I didn't attack recklessly last time. Yes, 23 will hit.
Yes. He's gonna run forward and try to stab you. Or, well, he's gonna stab you with the blade, which is 14 slashing halved to 7, plus 17 necrotic halved to 8. Because bear totem.
Is that rolling for
Nice.
crit?
No. Wait. Yeah, it is. Why are you rolling for crit? It's a 9 half to 4 and 11 half to 5.
Okay.
Why would you? I didn't roll a crit, you bastard.
It rolls it with advantage, doesn't it? And then it just takes the highest roll.
Apparently. Don't know why, but you know.
Good.
Yes. And he's gonna stand right there. After having this, as he ran forward, forming this blade, again, similar to how Romulus gets Starfall, and then just slashing up your side. That's his turn. This guy is going to... first of all, I'm going to try to see him.
Sorry.
And
Maybe literally standing on top of him. Whoa.
roll away. Roll to his feet. And I don't actually I do. How much is that? That's not gonna help. You see him just pull his hands together in what looks like almost like a prayer, and then this light starts swirling out from him and bursting out from him. I need, let's see, how big is that? I think it's 15 feet. Yes, it is. I need Craren, Remus, and Oren make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Wisdom.
Yes.
That's not what I was clicking, apparently. Where the hell even is that?
I rolled an 11.
All right. 13 is what you needed to beat.
I failed.
There you go. I mean, it's the same modifiers really, but
Yeah.
to roll a save that actually says save. There you go.
So Remus, you take 5 half to 2 of radiant damage. Because 11 half to 5, and then because you're raging, it's halved again. So 2. But Craren and Oren, you both take no, not 11. I can math. 15 half to 7 half to 3 is what Remus takes. Meanwhile, Oren and Craren, you both take 15 radiant damage.
I hate you.
Ouch.
As you see this like just swirling spectral fire just rushing around this priest.
Which leaves me on 18 hit points.
And you just hear, I hope you get cleansed in the flames before we kill you.
Something, something, I will purify you in flames.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Almost like that's their big deal. Oren. Hold on, wait.
Right.
Yes, Oren.
Yes, alright. I need to check something real quick. I do have a
And his
third level.
Oren
spell,
and his
so-
2 cousins, and Notten.
Just as a reminder, you do have creatures outside.
Yeah, I might have to grab those in a second. I'm just trying to. Circle. Might need to go up a little higher. A little lower. There.
You said you were casting sleep.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to get sleep in without hitting my friends, basically. I know I can do it. I just need to figure out
Yeah,
because I'd like to get everyone except my friends.
yeah.
It's 20 foot,
I
so-
mean, you can do it. So
Yep. I know I can. I just so I'm going to cast sleep at the 3rd level.
okay.
So it's just why don't we all take a nap? So that is
It's a certain amount of hit point within an area, and it's all creatures in that area. Counting down from
Yes.
the ones with the lowest amount first, if I remember right.
so it's 5d8 plus an additional 2d8, so that's 7d8.
Okay.
That's a potentially big number.
That is 35 hit points.
Okay. Both dogs are down. So that's 10. The priest is down. That's 12. And yeah, everyone there is just asleep. Not this one though. He was
No.
outside the radius. If you don't want to hit
Yeah.
Remus, but the
And I
others,
definitely don't want to hit Remus.
the others are asleep. They just drop.
They just do the slap.
Yes.
Everybody do the flop.
So that's 22, 32. Yeah, all of them are down.
Yes.
Yep. Ba-da-da-da. I'm not gonna bother healing anyone because nobody's particularly hurt other than me. And actually, no, I will heal Craren. Bonus action.
Why?
No,
I can't.
2
actually.
spells.
I can't.
Yeah.
2 spells. Never mind. No, I'm done.
Let me check something real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm done.
Uh,
So I'm just going to. Oops, I'm still on. That.
give me another
I'm just going
wisdom
to
save.
cash order over here to. Wisdom save. From
Yes. Because you started the turn in the radius.
Why am I so far
Right.
down when I have an 18?
Yeah. Hold on.
That's another 10.
Let
Me too.
me see. You take another 15.
Oh shit. That leaves me with like 3 hit points.
Yeah.
But you have hit points.
You're
Plural.
not dead.
Do you need to do a con save for sleep though?
No, this save would have happened before casting sleep.
Okay. Cool.
Because it's when you
So, yeah,
start
I am
your
on-
turn in the area.
I am on 3 hit points and I am I am moving up here into a safer position.
Actually, give me a second. No, this would have happened before sleep. I just need to check something real quick.
So I need to roll a con save, yeah?
If you're asleep, can you still be concentrating on a spell?
That's what I'm checking. I don't.
But it doesn't
think
matter
so.
because it
Yeah,
will only
'cause-
turn off now.
Yeah. So I need to check that actually. If sleep does it, does sleep incapacitate a person? Does it count like incapacitate? It should say on the spell.
Oh, right. Sleep.
It's
sleep.
unconscious. Let's see. Spell. Let's see.
It has
It's
a-
Magical
unconscious.
slumber is really what it's saying.
It's a magical slumber.
Yeah, magical slumber. Something.
Yes.
Something.
So you're
All
unconscious.
unconscious.
They're
Yeah.
unconscious,
So the
yeah.
speech
Which is
effect is
incapacitated.
unconscious.
Yeah. So
which is
you
incapacitated.
take the
All of them.
damage. Yeah, it's really good. You take the damage and then you cast a spell, and this spectral fire just fades as the priest
Excellent.
falls asleep, falls unconscious. All right. This guy is asleep, so he skips his turn. Flo, you hear through your keen hearing, you hear that call of "kill the Cursebringer."
And she will just turn and see if everyone else heard it.
Oh yeah, they are very active right now.
Joe,
Yes.
can I use my hero point to break the lock?
That's not what.
You will take damage. Just so you know.
Yes.
But yes,
but can
I
she
will allow
break
it.
the lock?
With your hero point and with the knowledge that you will take damage, yes.
So she will basically, as she leaps toward like the cage, she turns as she leaps and just like smashes the lock open. Still getting hurt, but how much damage will I be taking?
As you go to... Really now? Okay. As you go to grab the lock, your hand makes... Wait, are you wearing the stabby gloves or is it your hand?
No, she's basically using her stabby gloves. She's trying not to touch it.
Okay, yeah. So you go and you stab at the lock and it breaks and you like flecks of it touch your skin, which is why it doesn't deal as much damage. And you feel like it's sizzling into your arm where it kind of gets in under the glove. And you take 2 radiant damage from just contact with this metal. But the door swings open and you see head spin around, look at you, your mentor's eyes locking onto yours, and then you see that he's shackled as well, only the arms, however, but you see this like shit-eating grin on his face and just, Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
And you can just hear, like, for these poor suckers, you can just imagine a wolf grinning. I guess I can't attack the shackles, can I?
You do technically have 2 attack rolls, but you're gonna have to roll an attack roll for this. The hero point was to automatically break the lock.
We didn't do any, like, damage for a dagger knife. Is it just a dagger?
It's a +1 dagger.
Okay, I'm just gonna add that to my sheet then.
Really now? Okay. That's another nat 1. I wonder how many those are.
I shall purify you in flame, whore of nightmare.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot
see,
about that
+1 dagger,
one.
just like
Path of
that.
Exile, my love.
Extra push me.
Sorry, I need my inhaler. Where is my inhaler? Shit.
I mean, I might have based up. Remus, you're up next. I might have based a certain little character on a character from Path of Exile.
That's a 19.
19 does hit, and you hear a crunch as your dagger cuts into the chain. Please roll me damage. You need to... your dagger cuts into it, and you feel the chain start to give, but it doesn't break yet.
Our mentor can get through the rest. He can just break it.
Give me a perception check, real quick. Perception or insight? Based on sight.
16.
This close, as you shove the blade into the chains, you see, like, he's looking at you, that shit-eating grin still on his face, but he looks badly hurt. And he's not healing.
Oh no.
You can see a little bit of concern in her eyes, but she has used up all of her attacks, so she
Yeah.
will basically...
And you can see, like, it's... The shackles are leaving welts on his wrists.
Yeah, she will basically just make sure she's still covering him to
Okay.
make sure that nothing will hit him.
Alright. Remus.
Remus will step out of the fire pit that he is currently standing in. And he will turn with a really shit-eating grin at the cultist that's in front of him, and just heft the warhammer up, and he's going to attempt to hit him twice.
Who? The...
This one here.
Okay, yep.
That's the only one that hasn't fallen asleep, right?
Yep.
Cool.
That hits. And that hits.
And then 2 seconds to
Nice.
rage off. Cool. So that is 23 damage with a double warhammer attack.
Nice. You swing at this guy and he like pulls the blade up and white flames spew everywhere. His tries to dodge each of the attacks, but then you hear like a crunch and his left arm just falls limp. And you just hear a pained moaning sound as you realize you probably broke something important in this guy's arm.
Oh yeah.
Remus will then turn to the others and say, "These guys are armless. Go and help
Yeah.
Flo."
All right.
Yeah, okay,
I
you
can-
can have an inspiration point for that.
I already have inspiration, so I'm good.
Fair
And
enough.
as he does that, he's then just like takes a deep breath and heals himself for 5 healing.
All right.
Just because he's perfectly fine. He's just like, I don't get to use this very often. And he's basically gonna just he's basically just gonna stand there and encourage the others to go and help Flo
All right.
and Romulus.
That doggy is currently running away in his sleep because he's both feared and asleep.
Oh, is it like laying on its side going like that?
Oh no!
Kicking up
He's
dust
having a nightmare.
everywhere and basically just batting the priest in the head with his running. Not enough to wake the
Mind
priest,
you.
but still like bang, 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 bang.
Mind you, small bit.
Yes.
When Craren leaves, the other guys have no reason to run away anymore.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They are asleep, but just saying that.
Yeah. No, the last thing this dog saw before he fell asleep was a really scary elf that he wanted to run away from.
Yes. But
So
not in
he's
this
currently-
concentration. So when Craren
Yep.
inevitably runs more than 30 feet away, this breaks. That's what I'm saying.
The half-elf woman whips around to look at you, Romulus. And I'm gonna move the map so people can actually see what's going on a little bit better. And looks at you, looks at the sword, and just, I got one as well. And just yanks it out. And you see, instead of like that blue-white from previously, this one has like a greenish tint to it. And as she pulls it out of the air, she's gonna try and slash you just across the chest. Where are my 101 stat box? There we go. 14.
Nope, does not hit.
Alright. Misjudging the distance, you feel it just slide across the armor, leaving this weird scent of ozone in its wake. And you know what? Because I'm apparently a glutton for punishment, she's going to point behind you and then make a lifting motion, and you feel the air start kicking up behind you.
Can I counterspell it?
Sure,
I
It-
counterspell.
fades.
Yeah, we won't be doing that today, will we?
Bloody warlocks and your... Because I doubt you are a cleric.
Wow, I mean, considering you got one, I kind of twirl my sword in my hand. Considering you got one of these, we're not entirely that different, are we?
I doubt yours was given by a god.
Don't know, actually. I'm assuming so. Would you like to meet yours?
Ooh.
But we go together.
I plan to live through this.
Elos is up.
My plan. Seeing Flo try and stab these chains off of insert name here, Durin. Elos is going to fly and possess the chains and change the metal to something that's not silver.
All right.
It's with object manipulation, it can make an object move as fast as the chest weasel can move itself, and it can change characteristics of the object, such as the material from which it is made of.
Nice. I like that. I really like that.
That's amazing.
And it can change its size as well to either make it grow or shrink. So presumably, if I can make it grow, they can just fall right off.
Yeah, they would. So yeah, if you make them grow, the chains would just fall off.
Oh, I could do. Yeah, that's true.
Well, the shackles would fall off. I'd say technically, because they are linked together, it's one object, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Elos could possess the chains and make them grow.
We'll do that then.
All right. Yeah, Flo, you you see this little white streak fly by and just sink into the shackles, and then they just fall off. And you watch Durin look at them, look at you, and that shit-eating grin goes feral. Just like going from, oh, this is fun, to, let's fuck shit up.
Yes.
He's still
Ow.
badly hurt. But now he is badly hurt and is going to fuck shit up.
I love it.
Alright, Elos is currently possessing silvered manacles.
I love it when the plan comes together.
Hold on.
Can
It's
Elos
as
do-
funny as it is messed up. I love it.
Mhm.
How big are they? And could you use the giant manacles to chain two of the bad guys together?
Well,
Around the
they're
waist.
I
Okay.
thought that was
So,
going in
for-
an entirely
for-
different direction.
for context. Durin is not a big man. Like, he's big for an elf, but he's not Halcyon sized. He's taller than Craren, but about, say, Remus's physical build. So you could probably loop the shackles around the neck of someone small. But he was being held like this. So then it's not a lot of chain in between. You could use it as a bolo and just swing around someone's foot, probably. But yeah.
The phrase you're looking for is built like a brick shit house.
Yeah, basically. I think this guy is asleep, so Romulus, it's your turn.
Okay.
He's just happy to be here.
I am going to take a slash at this one.
Alright.
I think that hits.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Oof. 15. Again, she reels back, and you carve another slash into the clothing she's wearing. What? Oh yeah, it's clothing. But again, moving quickly enough that you don't actually cut into his chest, but you hear like the snapping of a rib as the blade just cuts straight through. And is the
Thunderstep is an action, isn't it?
It's also a spell.
It's also a spell. That
You've
is
used
true.
2.
Okay. I've used 2 so far. Okay. I will leave it there for now.
Alright. This poor little fuck is about to have a bad day, I imagine. Cultist in the room with Flo and Doran. Like I said, they're probably gonna have a bad day. This guy... Can you actually reach up there? No. Yes. This guy is gonna run up here. Can you get all the way up the stairs? Can I get the measure thing? Ba-dum, ba-dum. You can just get there. Run up the stairs and Flo, you hear the shing of a blade just as it swings towards your head. For an 8.
That misses.
You feel it like catch your hood and just whoosh past your ear.
I can just imagine him accidentally taking off the hood and then he realizes it's a massive werewolf.
Oh no. I didn't roll initiative for this guy. Because, of course I didn't. Yeah, it's like, oh. Right. Shit. That guy is gonna move here because he was before everyone else. This guy is gonna move back here. That guy is badly hurt. He's not doing anything. Technically, he's gonna... Oh, he can't get there either. He's gonna go here and wait. This guy is gonna drag their wounded friend into corner. This one is gonna do whatever the fuck, so I'm not gonna roll another initiative for you. Where are you? Nope, I didn't have that. Too many stat blocks! Remind me to never have so many different stat blocks, even though it's cold.
Oh no.
He is going to whip out a bow from his back and is going to shoot you twice, Flo. First one is a 9. Second one's a
Misses.
10.
Misses.
Yeah, as you turn around to face the guy who slashed at your hood, you just see 2 arrows pop boom boom into the cage bars behind you. And Durin is just fuck a duck, basically.
Oh no, not the ducks.
It's
Whack, whack.
fucking hell. And you see just
Any water
2
there?
arrows sticking out
Water, water,
just
water,
above
water.
his head. Oh, yeah, Crown, you're up.
Yes. Now, considering it doesn't really show which one is sleeping and not, I'm going to assume that this thing is the only one
Yes,
awake, let's call it.
yes.
Mhm. Got battered a bit from what I understood before.
Yes.
He got hammered.
Funny.
Hammer, hammer.
On a scale from 1 to how dead would this person be?
He's bloodied. About halfway.
Halfway. Okay. And it's that person's turn further down the list, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh Jesus, that's a long turn order. Okay. Now,
I forgot to add something to his list.
I'm genuinely not sure as what Cran would do. I know what Cran would do, but that's if the situation was vaguely different.
I mean, Remus said go help Flo.
Yes. Cran was going to stabulate Mr. Priest in jugular while he was sleeping.
Okay. I think I
Because-
understood that one.
Because less people on the, hierarchical people at the top
Yeah.
would leave the place in much more of a disarray, and
You are so robotic right now.
I that might be true.
Which is really
But
weird
yes.
because we're on the same connection.
I know, but I need to replace this headset. Like, that's why. It's 7 years old already.
I mean, that's fair.
But yes.
Mine lasts like a year, so that's pretty good.
So that was Kraren's plan, but this one is also a bit too alive for cycling. So it's like, yeah.
Just remember, if you stab the sleeping guy, he is gonna fucking wake up.
Yes, and it's also gonna bleed out rather immediately. That's why you stab them in the jugular.
Huh.
I mean, do what Kraren would do.
Yeah, Kraren would actually definitely trust Remus to, completely fuck you later this poor sod. And Kraren has in his backpack a handy little item. A buyer's or dagger blank that he never got to put a handle on.
Alright, yeah. It would function like a regular dagger at this point.
That is the idea.
Yeah. So roll an attack with... I mean, he's asleep. So you really only have to get through the layers of fabric. So do roll an attack with advantage because he's unconscious.
I'm going to
If he's
assume that
unconscious,
it's
is
not...
that immediate crit if he hits?
Yes.
How does unconscious actually work in that regard? I actually never thought about that. Unconscious.
Unconscious means that if you hit, it's an automatic crit. If you're on death saves, that's 2 failed death saves.
Attack
guy-
rolls have advantage.
Yeah.
Is exactly what it says. So advantage it is. Advantage it is. But you...
Oh wait, I might be thinking incapacitated. Hold on.
No, I'm just...
No.
Here you go. Copy...
Oh
paste,
yay! These are the new rules. Hold on.
Might be.
No, the reference in the old rules for how this spell works links to the new rules.
But this is from roll 20 and the source is basic rules from 2014.
Yes, but do you want to say that...
I mean, you judge however you want. I'm just saying that if we're going to look on something, we might want to agree.
Yes,
That's all.
but I remember if you hit someone who is unconscious, it's an automatic crit.
I think we have ruled that way, but I'm not sure that
Yes.
rule says.
Let's roll with that. If it's wrong, we'll retcon it later.
Either which way,
but yes,
this
moving
guy's
forward.
This guy's going to hurt.
Yes. It's going to hurt either way if you hit.
Yes, I'm going to assume. And we know how that works.
Yeah, you roll with advantage. That hits, yes. How do you want to do it?
I mean, judging from a bit of a lore dump here. Kraren is an information broker,
Yes.
right? Sometimes it also helps when people can no longer speak.
Yes.
So he will just gently lift his chin and jam and drive the dagger into and sever his jugular and then gently pull it back out again.
All right. He falls limp
Nice.
on the ground, dead. Because he had 2 hit points left.
You.
And you would have done a minimum of 4.
Yes.
Amazing.
All right, you.
Actually, 5. 1d4 plus 1 for rolling a 1 on the damage die.
No, 1d4 plus 3. So if you roll the 1 on the damage
My bad,
and
my
then
bad.
3 for the modifier. So you
Yeah.
would have done a minimum of 4.
Yes. He's dead.
Yeah, very
He's
dead.
Jim.
You still have a bonus action and movement, some movement, and the man that's fighting Remus glares at you and says, "You will pay for that one."
No, actually, I believe you will. And I don't think he has any interesting bonus actions. Yeah, the only bonus actions are not useful in this scenario, so I'm going to assume that he will. Let's see. So that was a grand total of what? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's what I did. So that's 20 feet, and let's move him an additional 10 over here ish to keep the distance to this fucker.
Yep. All right. That means it's Flo's mentor's turn. And Flo, you hear a crackling and then a as the wounds around where the shackles were just mend back together. And that weird snapping sound, you realize, probably some form of bone resetting.
Wow.
And as he stands up, and I think you're a bonus action. Yes. He's gonna step out next to you, Flo, and basically just put an arm in front of you, point towards the guy who tried to slash at you, and is again the same grin as you hear a different set of snapping that you are very familiar with. And like, I'm not gonna describe it, Jason did an amazing description of it, but basically his face turns into that of a beak and his arms grow talons, and just gently maneuvering around you, Flo. This now hybrid between an elf and a raven steps over and slashes toward the guy with claws. Unfortunately, he's still pretty weak and gets the robes with the first slash. And I don't think you hit on the second one either. Just hits on the second one. So first slash whiffs and grabs the clothing. But with that grasp, the other's talon comes down. No, okay, why can't I do a... and you see like the claws rake down the guy's front.
I love my mentor.
And he's basically holding with one talon on the leather armor and the other one on the guy's head. It's just... Playtime.
Oh no. Oh no.
This one guy is gonna run up here.
That's not disturbing at all.
Dash in here. That's it. That
Well,
guy.
you know how you trained her, so.
This guy's gonna swing at you, Remus. Hopefully I hit.
That's not very nice.
Depends on
With
who you ask.
Pack Blade. Nope, that's an 11. And
Oh no.
I have to do the thing again. So it is. Okay, we're gonna do a d20. That's a 13. Come on.
Nope.
It's not having a great day. That guy's dead. Oren.
Ooh. There is still a nasty little creature over there that has not been
Yeah.
killed. Yes.
This one.
Yes. So the first thing Oren would like to do is whistle to try and call his pets up through the camp.
All right. They're gonna act on
just,
your turn because I'm not rolling initiative for them.
That is absolutely fine. But they're gonna start running up to figure out what's going on. And then he is going to... Do not eat that cat. He is going to Eldritch Blast the remaining awake person. It is a 21 hit.
Yes.
Adam,
21 hits.
can you not hear me?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Sorry,
Yes,
I think
I
my
can hear
headset
you.
cut out for a second.
All right.
So 21 hits, doing 3 damage, and then he'll hit again. There's a 17 hit,
17 hits, yes.
doing 7 damage, so a total of 10 damage to the lady.
All right.
So that is his action. He's going to bonus action healing word himself if he can.
Sounds like a plan.
Just the first level. Oh, I just took 4 healing. Wow. Wow.
When?
Ouch.
I mean, it's 4 better than a kick in the nuts.
That one. Yeah,
True.
Flo.
And the nuts would have killed him before. Now it won't.
But yeah, you have some movement left, Oren, and then it's Flo's turn.
Oren has squashed himself up in a corner to try and minimize the amount of damage that can be done to him. So no, he's
All
fine.
right.
He's
Yeah.
fine right where he is.
Okay. Your army of stuff. What do you want them to do?
My trio.
Yes.
Where are they?
They're just outside.
I want them to start coming in.
Okay.
Basically, they're going to mess up whatever the fuck they can on the way through.
All right. Yeah, this one can barely make it here, I'd say. Hold on. Because it's difficult terrain and it's a bit squish.
I can't actually see them because they're not mine.
That's weird.
I see blackness and nothing else.
They should be yours.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I can remove these and you can reapply them so you can actually control them.
I'm just gonna put them anywhere. I still can't see.
That is being weird. Hold on. Oh, wait.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, for some reason they didn't have lighting on. Where's the third one? There it is.
Apologies, I placed them blindly.
Alright, so this one can get there. And the others can just get just inside. If you want to dash, the axe beak can get further in, but the creek is difficult terrain.
Could the axe beak get up to like around about here?
Just yes. So you can get, if you dash, you can get there.
Yep, that will work. That will give a certain somebody advantage, I believe.
Yes.
Yep.
This guy is gonna run there. All right. Flow. What do you want the apes to do? They
So
can-
where's the loudest commotion right now?
Right now, you don't really hear anything. It's too like you hear echoes throughout the caves, and you
So
hear.
basically, what's happened is Oren has whistled.
Yeah.
But the first thing they're going to see is that's Remus, right? There.
That's
Not
Romulus.
That's me, Romulus.
Romulus. The first thing they're going to see is Romulus in combat with
Yep.
this guy. So I assume that they would probably go to aid since they basically aid the group.
All right. And I think because we have gone over time, and this might
Oh,
take
yeah.
a while, I think we're gonna end it there
Judging.
and continue next time, because this might take a while longer.